Average is easy. It takes nothing to stay average. You don't need a plan. You don't need discipline. You don't need hunger. You just wake up, coast through your day, do what's comfortable, and call it a life. But deep down, you know that life isn't for you. You were not born to be average. You were not put here to just exist. You were built for more. And the only thing standing between you and the life you're truly capable of living is who you are right now. So the question is, are you ready to change that? Are you ready to go from average to fortune? It all starts with a decision. A decision to stop tolerating mediocrity. A decision to stop waiting, stop talking. Stop hoping. Average people hope. Fortune builders execute. You want to change your life? Then it begins with a moment of truth. A moment where you say, no more. No more excuses. No more wasted days. No more blaming the economy, your past, or your circumstances. From this moment forward, your results are your responsibility. Because here's the truth. You don't get what you want. You get what you're willing to work for. Success is not complicated. It's just hard. It demands discipline. It demands consistency. And it demands that you raise your standards higher than everyone around you. While they sleep, you work. While they scroll, you build. While they talk about what they're gonna do, you do it. And that decision, that mindset shift, is the first step out of average and into fortune. Most people will live and die in the same cycle. Wake up, go to work, come home, repeat. They call it normal. I call it dangerous. Because normal is where dreams go to die, where ambition gets buried under bills, comfort zones, and average expectations. But not you. If you're hearing this, it's because something inside you refuses to settle. Something deep, maybe still small, but loud enough to disrupt the silence of complacency. The truth? The journey from average to fortune doesn't begin with a paycheck. It begins with a decision. Not a casual, maybe someday decision. A decision so firm it sends tremors through your old life. The kind of decision that made Edison lock himself in a lab for weeks to create light in a world that only knew darkness. That made Carnegie sleep on floors before he built empires. That made a broke Walt Disney sketch cartoons nobody believed in, while eating beans out of a can. They weren't born with magic. They were just like you. Ordinary people who made an extraordinary decision. I will not live average. I will not die unknown. I will build something greater. Now that decision comes with a cost. You will lose people, comfort, your old identity. You will walk through failure, through fear, through nights where no one believes in you but you. But that's the path. And it's the only one that leads to freedom, power, and legacy. So the question is, are you ready? Because the clock is ticking. The world is moving. And fortune doesn't wait. This is not about motivation. This is about transformation. It's time to wake up the warrior within. Now that you've made the decision, it's time to raise the standard. Average people wake up and hope for a good day. Fortune builders wake up and demand one. Your life is the result of the standards you tolerate. Raise the standard. Raise the result. Discipline isn't a punishment. It's the bridge between your dream and your reality. Without it, the dream rots. Abraham Lincoln didn't wait for perfect conditions to change the world. He acted under pressure, in chaos, with death at his doorstep. Henry Ford didn't wait for someone else to create the future. He built it with bare hands and an obsession for progress. They didn't hope. They executed. And it all started with standards. If your current habits are building the same day over and over, you're digging a grave, not building a future. So here's what happens now. You control your time, not your phone, not the noise, not the opinions of people who don't pay your bills. You dominate your environment. You get rid of distractions, cut out complainers, and make space for obsession. You stop negotiating with your feelings. You don't wait to feel like it. You move, because discipline isn't emotional. It's directional. Every time you say no to weakness, no to the snooze button, no to that easy way out, you raise your standard. And slowly, brick by brick, you build a new identity. One that doesn't break. One that doesn't hesitate. One that doesn't settle. Because when you raise your standard, life has no choice but to rise with it. They let small failures discourage them. They get distracted by negativity, by opinions, by setbacks, and because of that, they never stay consistent long enough to see success. But you will not fall into that trap. Because from this moment forward, you will train your mind to be stronger than your emotions, stronger than your fears, stronger than any storm that comes your way. This is where the real test begins, because over the next 6 months, you will face resistance. You will be tempted to slow down. Doubt will creep in. Your old self will beg you to quit. But that's the moment winners are made. When most people break, you build. When others look for an excuse, you look for a way through. You will develop a mind that refuses to fold. A mind that keeps going when nothing around you makes sense. This means eliminating weakness ruthlessly. No more, I hope. No more, I'll try. No more giving fear a seat at your table. You speak in absolutes. I will succeed. I will dominate. Because your mind controls your reality. And the mind, like a battlefield, is won by those who are ruthless with their focus. Ruthless with what they allow in. If it doesn't serve your growth, it goes. If people doubt you, cut them loose. If your environment distracts, change it. Like Edison burning through 1,000 failures to find one success. Like Disney being told he had no imagination. Like Lincoln rising from loss after loss to lead a nation. Their results were forged not by ease, but by relentless execution. Most people talk. Most people wait. Most people plan. But winners move. They act fast. They fail fast. They learn fast. And they execute relentlessly. That is your next level. Relentless execution. No hesitation. No perfectionism. No someday. Action kills fear. Action builds confidence. Action creates momentum. You don't wait for the right mood. You build the right movement. So from now on, you move fast. You act with urgency. You strike with purpose. You don't just work. You attack. Because once you are in motion, once you build momentum, nothing can stop you. Not fear. Not doubt. Not struggle. Not failure. This is how you go from average to fortune. Decide like a warrior. Live with unbreakable standards and execute like your life depends on it. Because it does. 6 months of this, and the world will not recognize you. You will have become the rarest kind of person. The one who actually follows through. And fortune, it will have no choice but to follow you.